The gravy spoon jumps from my fingers and shatters the quiet of my parents' beach house kitchen. Brown gravy freckles my apron like proof, an ink blot of what I am to this family. In the dining room 15 feet away, Crystal sings. Laughter pours over marble like warm light I'm not allowed to stand in. Mom promised we'd eat together when everything was ready. That was before Adrian's Tesla rolled in 2 hours late, before his luggage and grin became the centerpiece. To Adrian, my father boomed, for bringing this family together. The edge of that toast found me in the kitchen like a blade. I've been here since Tuesday, chopping, basting, timing the turkey to the minute. Adrian showed up with a bottle of wine someone probably handed him at a party. Through the doorway, I watch Mom smooth his collar. Dad tips the bottle toward his glass. Aunt Sarah leans in, hungry for the newest Adrian story. No one notices I'm not at the table. I lift the silver gravy boat, Grandma's, and set it down hard on the linen. A polite thud. 5 faces flicker toward me, then back to Adrian mid-golf anecdote. Honey, Mom says, eyes still on him. Could you get ice for Adrian? It happens before fear can catch me. No, a single syllable, clean as breaking glass. The table goes still. Adrian's mouth stays open around a punchline that never lands. Dad sets his fork down like a gavel. Your brother drove all the way from Tampa, he says. 2 hours, I answer. I've been cooking for 2 days. Silence. Rules cracking in the walls. Mom's smile snaps back into place. Marin's just tired, she chirps, and the conversation rinses around me as if I'm a rock in the stream. But something shifts. Tectonic and slow. I pour myself a full glass of wine. Across the table, Aunt Rachel catches my eye and gives me the smallest nod. I swallow warmth and the word I can't unsay. No. After pie, I slip back to the kitchen to breathe. Mom's iPad waits on the counter, blue with notifications. I shouldn't look. I do. Excited for Adrian's special Thanksgiving menu, her post reads. Photo after photo scrolls by. Adrian center stage. My elbow appears in a few, carrying plates, clearing glasses. Evidence. 35 years of it. The group text dings in my pocket. Family thread. I don't open it. Not yet. I grip the counter, let the cool stone steady me. I can feel a small, stubborn seed rooting in my chest. If I stop serving, do I disappear? The phone dings again, harder to ignore this time. I swipe the screen. Exciting news, Mom has typed. Adrian is hosting Christmas at his new beach house. Marin, I've made your dish list, and could you come early to help set up? My thumb hovers. The laugh from the dining room swells. I look at Grandma's gravy boat, at my wine, at the door. Do I go carry ice, or finally carry myself? If you've ever been the invisible one at your own family table, stay with me. Tell me what you would do, because the message I send next will change everything. The group text glares up at me, blue bubbles stacked like bricks I can't climb. Exciting news, Mom wrote. Adrian is hosting Christmas at his new beach house. Everyone's thrilled. Then her follow-up, almost immediate, like she had it saved in drafts. Marin, I've made a list of your dishes. The usual stuffing, your cranberry relish, those puff pastry bites, and maybe your chocolate pecan pie. Adrian mentioned how much he misses your cooking. And honey, could you come early to help set up, maybe around 9? He has an important client breakfast. Not a question. Not, would you mind? A command. I drop the phone on the counter like it's hot. My chest tightens, headache pulsing behind my right eye. The kitchen still smells like turkey fat and cinnamon, the ghosts of the feast I prepared without applause. I lean on the granite, knuckles whitening. Adrian gets beachfront glory. I get assignments. Monday morning, fluorescent light washes over my cubicle. Marin, did you update the Henderson pitch? My boss's voice cuts through the low office buzz. He's at my doorway, arms crossed. I'm working on it now, I say, minimizing the holiday shopping tab. I'll have it to you by 3. No, his tone is flat. It was due Friday. The disappointment in his eyes hits harder than anger. The client meeting's tomorrow. This isn't like you. It isn't like me. I've always been reliable. the one who makes sure others shine, at work, at home, everywhere. I murmur an apology, but inside something coils tighter. That night, sleep refuses me. I toss, sheets twisted around my legs. At 3:17 a.m., I give up, pad barefoot to the bathroom, chew 2 chalky antacids, and stare at my reflection. Red-rimmed eyes, slack shoulders. I open my notebook on the nightstand and scrawl at the top. Things I want. The page stays empty. My pen hovers, but nothing comes. No one has ever asked what I want. Not my parents, not Adrian, not even me. By dawn, I stumble to the office, too wired for coffee. I finish the Henderson pitch, triple-check it, then push through next week's deadlines. When my boss stops by mid-afternoon, I tell him, "Everything's done. I'm taking Friday off." Not asking, telling. The word no tastes dangerous again, but it steadies me. Sure, you've got the hours," he says, blinking. "Everything okay?" "Just taking care of myself." Strange words in my mouth. Thursday, Jessica from accounting perches on the wall of my cubicle. "Holiday thing Saturday night, no family drama allowed. Just friends, food, and questionable karaoke. You in?" "I don't know. Christmas prep." The excuse dies on my tongue. "Come on. One night won't kill you." She nudges my shoulder, grins. Something breaks loose inside me. A laugh bubbles out, jagged but real. "Questionable karaoke, huh?" The worst. Dave from IT does interpretive dance to Total Eclipse of the Heart. It'll scar you forever. I hear myself say, "Okay, I'm in." Just the thought feels like fresh air after drowning. Friday off, I don't touch the kitchen. I walk under clear December sky, buy myself coffee in a paper cup, sit by the lake without anyone asking me to fetch or serve. The air tastes like freedom. Saturday night, I'm in Jessica's apartment, walls strung with fairy lights, off-key, singing, shaking the floor. For hours, no one expects me to chop, to plate, to smile on cue. They just want me there. I sing badly, laugh harder. When I walk home past midnight, cheeks aching, I realize I felt lighter in those hours than I have in years of family holidays. Sunday evening, my phone rings. Mom's name. I stare at it, consider voicemail, but I swipe. "Marin, I'm finalizing Christmas plans," she chirps. "Did you get my text about coming early to help Adrian set up? We're counting on you. He's so busy with his new promotion." I grip the phone until my fingers ache. My knuckles turn pale. The script is familiar. Adrian's needs prioritized, mine invisible. The old me would apologize, would rush to reassure, but something inside me resists. "I'm busy too," I say, quiet but firm. "I have my own life, my own career." Silence. I check the screen to make sure the call hasn't dropped. Then Mom's voice, sharper. "What's that supposed to mean?" "It means what it says. I have deadlines, responsibilities, commitments. I'm not just waiting around to be useful to Adrian. This is Christmas. Family comes first." "Does it? Or does Adrian come first and I come nowhere?" Her gasp sounds rehearsed. "That's not fair. He works so hard." "So do I." The words erupt before I can soften them. "I work hard too, Mom, but no one in this family ever acknowledges that. No one asks what I need." On the other end, silence stretches. Finally, she says, her voice wobbling, "I don't understand where this is coming from. We've always been such a close family." The truth slams into me like cold air. I don't need their approval to be worthy. I never did. All those years twisting myself to earn love that should have been free, it was a waste. "I'll think about Christmas," I say evenly. "I'll let you know." I hang up before she can reply. I sit in the dark, phone on my lap, pulse hammering. The kitchen hums with refrigerator noise, the only witness. My reflection in the microwave door stares back at me, steadier than I've ever seen. A new message lights up the group chat. Adrian, predictably, "Can't wait for Christmas, sis. Mom says you're making all your specialties. Don't be late." I drop the phone face down. My hands tremble, but not from fear, from fury. My family doesn't even hear me when I speak. They only hear what they need. I walk to my laptop, open a blank email, type, "Dear Mom, Dad, and Adrian." The cursor blinks, daring me forward. The cursor blinks on my screen like a heartbeat I can't steady. "Dear Mom, Dad, and Adrian, I type, then sit frozen, fingers hovering. The urge to delete it all gnaws at me. Writing the truth feels like cutting open skin, but once I start, the words come faster than I expect. I write about the years of lopsided expectations, the endless hours I've spent in kitchens, prepping, serving, cleaning, the holidays I missed enjoying because I was busy making them perfect for everyone else, the birthdays rescheduled, the down payment they gave Adrian while lecturing me about responsibility. My stomach twists as I type, but I don't stop. I explain the toll, on my health, on my career, on the person I used to be. When I finally lean back, an hour has slipped by. My hands ache. The screen glows with everything I've never said aloud. I read it twice, then hit save as draft. Not send, not yet. My chest feels both lighter and heavier at once. The next evening, my phone buzzes. Aunt Rachel's name flashes. I answer, bracing. "Your mother called me," she says, no preamble. She's upset. Guilt rises immediately. "I'm sorry she pulled you into this." "Don't be." Her voice softens. "I just want you to know, whatever you decide about Christmas, I support you. It's long overdue, Marin." My throat tightens. I press a hand to my eyes. "Thank you." After we hang up, I return to the email draft. Rachel's words echo, long overdue. I picture her quiet nod across the Thanksgiving table, the only recognition I received that day. It steadies me. The days crawl toward Christmas. At work, Jessica keeps showing up at my desk with coffee, casual and kind. "Operation Freedom Christmas," she jokes, setting a latte beside my keyboard. "You in?" I smile, shaky. I might be. Over lunch, Dave from IT leans over. "We're doing an orphan Christmas. Potluck, no drama. You want in, bring whatever you actually like to make." The contrast hits me hard. These colleagues, people who owe me nothing, ask what I want, not what I can give. My family's group text, meanwhile, pings with instructions. Table settings, menu, arrival time. I mute the thread. That night, I open the draft again. My apartment is silent except for the hum of the heater. I scroll back up. "Dear Mom, Dad, and Adrian." My hands hover. Then I start editing. Trimming blame, leaving facts. I want it to be clear, but not cruel. Just truth. When I'm done, I don't hesitate. I click send. The whoosh sound startles me. It's out there, no taking it back. Minutes later, my phone rings. Aunt Rachel again. "Your mother called me again," she sighs. "She's in a state. But listen to me. Don't back down. You've given them decades. It's their turn to face reality." Tears prick my eyes. I'm scared. "I know, but I'm proud of you." Her faith buoys me. After we hang up, my phone lights up again. Mom calling. I stare at it until voicemail takes over. Then Dad. Then Adrian. I mute them all. The next morning, I force myself to act normal. Coffee, shower, office. But inside, my pulse thunders. Every time my phone vibrates, I flinch. Finally, I take Jessica's advice. 3 deep breaths, steady and slow. When Mom calls again, I swipe accept. "Marin, we need to discuss Christmas." Her tone is brisk, almost businesslike. "Adrian wants to know which dishes you're bringing. He's planning the table." I press my palm against the cool granite counter. "I won't be coming to Adrian's." Silence. Long enough that I pull the phone away to check the line. Then, high-pitched, "That's ridiculous. Of course you're coming. Your brother—" "I've made other plans." My voice doesn't shake. "What plans could be more important than family?" "My plans are important because they're mine." The words fall like stones across a rushing stream. She tries again, tone dipping into practiced fragility. "You'll break your father's heart. He's so proud of his children." When was the last time he said he was proud of me? The question stuns us both. She stammers, then offers weakly, "He's not good with words. Not like Adrian." Anger sharpens my focus. "Adrian's good with words because you hang on every one of them. I've spent my life working backstage while he takes center stage." Her breathing shifts, uneven. Finally, "I suppose we've taken you for granted." The admission slices through me. Small, imperfect, but real. Tears sting my eyes. "What would it take to fix things?" she asks quietly. I can't answer. Patterns built over decades won't crumble in a phone call. I'll think about it, I say, and end the call before doubt can creep in. That night, Jessica shows up with takeout and a laptop. Operation Freedom Christmas is underway. She dumps pad thai containers on my coffee table. You're ridiculous, I laugh, tension easing. Look! She spins her laptop around. Hotel listings on the screen. Key West, Christmas on the beach, turquoise water instead of turkey grease. I stare at the photos. Swaying palms, sunlit balconies. My family would never understand. That's kind of the point, Jessica says. Your happiness isn't contingent on their understanding. Before I can answer, my phone buzzes. Aunt Rachel again. I heard you're skipping Adrian's extravaganza, she says when I pick up. Good, I'm visiting you instead, if you'll have me. Tears spill freely this time. Really? Really, we'll start our own traditions. After we hang up, I click Book Now on the Key West Hotel for the days after her visit. The confirmation email pings in seconds. My chest feels lighter than it has in years. But the reprieve doesn't last. Later that night, Dad's name flashes on my phone. He hasn't called directly in years. Marin, he says, voice hesitant. Your mother mentioned you might not be joining us. Perhaps we could talk further. She was hoping you'd meet her for coffee next week. I grip the phone tighter. Part of me wants to laugh, part wants to cry. I'll think about it, I say carefully. After we hang up, another text buzzes in. Adrian, are you really not coming? Mom's upset. Can't you just come for one day? I don't answer. Not yet. Instead, I close my eyes, feel the silence of my apartment wrap around me like armor. For once, my absence has been noticed. The following Wednesday, I slide into a booth at Sunflower Cafe. Holiday music trickles overhead, peppermint-scented steam rising from mugs all around. Across from me, Mom clutches a peppermint mocha she doesn't touch. Between us lies a leather photo album, edges worn. She opens it like a weapon. This isn't just about Christmas dinner, she says, tapping Adrian's kindergarten photo. It's about family obligations. I study the page. Her finger circles Adrian's 5-year-old face, skipping mine right beside it. Even in memory, I'm invisible. Adrian has important clients, she whispers. He specifically asked for your cranberry relish recipe. Not for me, for my recipe. You know your father and I won't be around forever, she adds, voice trembling with practiced fragility. Are you really willing to throw away family over jealousy? The words hit like a punch. Guilt claws at me. For a moment, I almost cave. Then I notice her eyes flicking up, gauging my reaction. Performance. I reach into my bag and pull out a folder. I brought something too. My voice surprises me with its steadiness. I lay down 2 photos. Last Easter, Adrian front and center, me blurred in the corner with a tray of deviled eggs. Thanksgiving, Adrian toasting, me refilling glasses in the background. 6 holidays in a row where I cooked every dish, I say, sliding forward a handwritten list. 32 gatherings where I arrived early to set up and stayed late to clean. 4 birthdays of mine rescheduled for Adrian's plans. Mom's face tightens. We appreciate everything you do. You appreciate what I provide. I tap the list. That's different. When was the last time anyone photographed me enjoying a meal or offered to help me in the kitchen? Her eyes dart around as if searching for witnesses. I lean closer. I'm not throwing away family. I'm refusing to be the servant. Her mouth opens, closes. For once, no retort. Around us, Christmas lights glitter, casting fractured shadows across her face. I slide my phone across the table, confirmation email glowing. I'm spending Christmas in Key West, I say, with people who see me as more than what I provide. Her fingers clutch her mug until her knuckles whiten. You've already booked it? Jessica and I leave Christmas Eve morning. But what about Adrian's dinner? Genuine confusion clouds her eyes. She cannot imagine a holiday without me in the kitchen. Adrian has 2 hands and a kitchen full of appliances. He doesn't know how to cook a turkey. YouTube exists, I say simply. The barista calls an order. Life continues around us while Mom stares at the proof I've set down. The bill arrives. I take it before she can reach. This one's on me. No strings attached. For decades, every gift from them came with invisible strings: compliance, service, gratitude for conditional love. Not this time. We stand to leave. I touch her arm gently. When you're ready to have a daughter instead of a servant, I'll be here. Her eyes glisten, but she doesn't speak. She nods once, stiff, then walks out into the cold December afternoon. I watch through the window as she sits in her car, unmoving. My phone buzzes on the table, Dad's name, then Adrian's, then the family group chat lighting up again. I let it ring. The peppermint-scented air thickens around me. For the first time, I don't rush to answer. But I know the storm is only beginning. The peppermint scent from the cafe still lingers on my coat when my phone buzzes again. Dad this time, then Adrian, then the family group chat, 3 bubbles at once. I slide the phone face down on the passenger seat, but its vibration rattles through the console like a wasp trapped under glass. By the time I pull into my condo lot, the screen glows with 14 missed calls. My stomach knots. I want to be steady, to hold on to the conviction I carried out of that cafe. But once inside my apartment, door locked, silence pressing in, the cracks start to show. I pace between couch and window, phone in hand, thumb hovering. Curiosity wins. I swipe open the group thread. Mom, this is not acceptable, Marin. We need to talk. Dad, your mother is very upset. Please call us back. Adrian, you're making this harder than it needs to be. Just show up. It's one day. Each line lands like a blow. My pulse hammers. They don't understand. Or maybe they do and just don't care. The screen blurs. I realize tears are sliding down my cheeks, hot and unstoppable. I sink onto the couch, phone slipping to the carpet. For a moment, the weight of 35 years presses so hard I can't breathe. By morning, my eyes are swollen. At the office, I keep my head down, but Jessica notices. She drops a sticky note on my desk. Lunch, my treat. I want to say no, to hide, but I nod. At the cafe across from work, I push soup around in its bowl. Jessica leans forward. Talk to me. I shake my head. Words clog my throat. Finally, I whisper, what if I made a mistake? What if walking away means I lose them forever? She studies me, gentle. Do you really have them now? The truth stings more than comfort. That night, exhaustion swallows me whole. I lie in bed staring at the ceiling, phone buzzing every hour. Guilt gnaws. The voice in my head repeats my mother's warning. You'll break your father's heart. I picture him at the Christmas table, Adrian beside him, my chair empty. For the first time, I wonder if I'm cruel. 2 days later, Dad calls again. This time I answer. Marin, he says, voice heavy, your mother hasn't slept. She says you don't care about family anymore. Is that true? My throat tightens. I don't know how to answer that. Your brother's counting on you. We all are. I close my eyes, grip the phone until my nails bite my palm. Dad, I've counted on you too, for years, and I don't think you've ever noticed. Silence stretches. When he finally speaks, his voice cracks. Please don't do this. Come home for Christmas. The word home burns. His plea twists the knife. I hang up before my resolve shatters. Afterward, I crumple onto the floor, sobbing until my chest aches. My carefully planted seed of resistance feels uprooted, fragile. Maybe I can't stand against decades of expectation. The following morning, Mom shows up unannounced. Her knock pounds through the apartment like thunder. I freeze, heart racing. She calls through the door, voice wobbling. Marin, open up, we can fix this. I stay still, breath shallow, back pressed against the wall. After 10 minutes, her footsteps fade. When I finally peek through the peephole, the hallway is empty. A folded note lies on the doormat. I pick it up with trembling fingers. In her neat cursive, family is everything. Don't throw yours away. The paper shakes in my hands. My knees give out and I slide to the floor. Alone, note pressed to my chest, I feel like I've already lost. That evening, Jessica and Dave drop by with pizza, trying to pull me out. I paste on a smile, but inside, despair coils. After they leave, the silence roars back. I sit in the dark, staring at the note. until the words blur. The night before Christmas Eve, the group chat explodes again. Photos ping in rapid succession. Adrian's beach house lit with twinkle lights, Mom and Dad arranging the table, Aunt Sarah polishing the china cabinet that should have been mine. Captions full of excitement, not one directed at me. It feels like erasure in real time. They're building a perfect holiday without me, proof they don't need me after all. I curl up on the couch, phone clutched to my chest, sobs racking my body. The apartment feels too small, walls pressing in. My breath comes shallow, sharp. For the first time, I wonder if maybe I should give in, show up with my dishes, swallow my pride just to stop feeling like I've been exiled from my own blood. Sleep never comes. By dawn, my reflection in the bathroom mirror is ghostly. Pale skin, hollow eyes. I grip the sink until my knuckles blanch. The phone buzzes again. Adrian this time. Mom's crying. Do you feel good about that? The words gut me. I sink onto the cold tile floor, head in my hands. I wanted freedom, but all I feel is shame. Maybe they're right. Maybe I've ruined Christmas. By mid-morning, I'm still on the floor when the phone rings again. This time, Aunt Rachel. I almost let it go, but something makes me swipe. Her voice is calm, steady. I heard what's happening. Your mother's frantic, your father's pacing, Adrian. But listen to me, Marin. You haven't done anything wrong. Don't let them convince you otherwise. My breath shudders. Then why does it feel like I've already lost? Because standing up the first time always feels like failure, she says. But it isn't. It's the beginning. Her words plant a faint spark. Still, when we hang up, dread settles heavy again. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. They'll gather without me, and my absence will be the loudest sound at that table. I walk to the window, press my forehead against the glass. Outside, neighbors carry wrapped gifts to their cars, laughter trailing behind them. Inside, I'm alone, clutching my phone like it's both lifeline and weapon. The screen lights up once more. Dad calling. I inhale sharply, thumb hovering. This call could pull me back under or push me forward. Either way, I know one thing. The next word spoken will change everything. The phone buzzes against my palm. Dad calling. For a breath, I hesitate. Then I swipe. Marin, his voice comes, low, uncertain. Your mother says you won't be at Christmas. Is that true? My throat tightens. Yes. Silence. Then, carefully. Why are you doing this? I grip the counter edge. Because for 35 years I've cooked, cleaned, and served while no one noticed. Because last Thanksgiving you toasted Adrian for bringing us together while I was still in the kitchen. Because you gave him a house down payment after calling me irresponsible for buying my own condo. That's why. He exhales slowly, the sound rough. You're twisting things. No, Dad, I'm finally untwisting them. A pause. Your mother's heartbroken. She's heartbroken because I said no. Do you hear how twisted that is? Before he can answer, another beep cuts in, Adrian calling on the other line. I let Dad's voice fade and swipe to Adrian. Are you serious, Marin? His words come fast, sharp. You're going to ruin Christmas because you want attention? I laugh bitterly. Attention? I wanted acknowledgement. There's a difference. He scoffs. You've always been dramatic. Mom counted on you. Now she's in tears. Dad's stressed out and Aunt Sarah says you're selfish. Is that what you want? Selfish? I choke out a laugh. I spent decades putting everyone first. Meanwhile, you waltz in with a bottle of wine and get praised like a hero. That's not fair. Neither is rewriting family history to erase me. Neither is posting pictures where I'm holding trays in the background while you stand in the spotlight. He sighs heavily as if I'm exhausting. Look, just bring the stuffing and pie. Show up. We'll forget this. No. The word comes out clean, sharp. Then don't bother showing your face again, he snaps and hangs up. The deadline buzzes in my ear. For a moment, despair surges. Then something steadier takes root. If that's his choice, so be it. Minutes later, the group chat lights up again. Mom, Marin, please reconsider. We can't celebrate without you. Dad, you're being unreasonable. Adrian, you're embarrassing yourself. My hands shake as I type, I'm not coming. Stop asking. I hit send. The thread goes silent. Christmas Eve morning, my suitcase waits by the door. Jessica knocks, scarf wrapped tight, her grin like sunlight. Ready? I nod, though my stomach churns. Together we drive south, leaving cold asphalt for the promise of warm sand. With every mile, tension loosens. By the time we reach Key West, palm trees swaying under strings of holiday lights, I almost breathe normally. But the phone doesn't rest. Notifications keep buzzing. Voicemails, texts, guilt threaded through every word. I silence it, drop it in my bag, and step onto the beach. That night, laughter wraps around me. Jessica's friends sing badly to a Bluetooth speaker. Theo reenacts his boss's tirades with such exaggeration I double over laughing. For the first time in forever, no one expects me to serve. I sip from a plastic cup, toes buried in warm sand, and feel the ache in my chest loosen. Until the phone buzzes again. I almost ignore it. But when I glance, it's Aunt Rachel. I answer. "Hey, your mother's spinning," she says. "She thinks you've abandoned the family. She wanted me to convince you to come back." My shoulders slump. "Did you?" "No," she says firmly. "I told her I was with you. If she wants to talk, she should come as a mother, not as a general commanding her kitchen soldier." Emotion floods me, sharp and overwhelming. "Thank you." "Don't thank me. Just remember, you're not crazy. You're not cruel. You're finally living." I wipe tears with the back of my hand. Around me, Jessica's friends cheer as someone butchers a Christmas carol. Life keeps moving, and I'm in it. Christmas morning, the sun rises over turquoise water. We sit on the beach with paper plates of pastries, laughing at Theo's dramatic readings of fortune cookie slips. My phone lies ignored in my bag until it buzzes once more. Dad again. Against better judgment, I swipe. "Marin." His voice is softer than before. "We miss you." My chest tightens. "Do you? Or do you just miss what I provide?" He hesitates. "Your mother burned the turkey." A sound escapes me. Half laugh, half sob. "Of course she did." We don't know what to do without you," he admits. I stare at the horizon, waves catching morning light. Maybe that's the point. He falls quiet. Then, "Your mother wants to meet next week. Coffee. No expectations. Just talk." I breathe deeply, the salt air filling my lungs. "I'll think about it." After we hang up, Jessica squeezes my hand. That sounded different. Maybe. I let the possibilities settle. A week later, I sit across from Mom at Sunflower Cafe again. Holiday decorations linger, paper snowflakes wilting. She clutches a mug, eyes darting. Between us lies the same leather photo album. "Marin," she begins, voice strained, "this isn't just about Christmas. It's about family, about obligations, about tradition." I pull out my folder, photos, lists, evidence. I lay them on the table, side by side. 6 holidays where I cooked every dish, 32 gatherings where I arrived early, stayed late, 4 birthdays of mine rescheduled for Adrian's plans. Her face tightens. "You appreciate what I provide," I say steadily, "but never me, and I'm done." She blinks rapidly, searching for words. "We never meant—" Intent doesn't erase impact. I slide my phone across the table, screen glowing with my Key West reservation. I'm choosing differently now. Her hand trembles around the mug. "You've already booked it?" "Yes, and I'd do it again." Her lips part, but no words come. Around us, cafe chatter hums. Life continues while she struggles with silence she cannot spin. I lean forward, softer now. "When you're ready to have a daughter instead of a servant, I'll be here. I've always been here. You just never looked." Her eyes glisten. For the first time, she doesn't argue. That night, Jessica helps me pack for our Key West extension. Aunt Rachel texts updates from the family group chat. Confusion, disbelief, even Adrian fumbling with catering instructions. I laugh, light, genuine. For once, my absence has weight. The family can feel the hole I left, proof that I mattered all along. Still, I know the story isn't finished. Tomorrow, my father wants to talk face to face, and the question remains, will they change, or will I walk away for good? The next afternoon, I sit across from Dad at a quiet diner off Colonial Drive. No holiday decorations here, just scuffed booths and the smell of coffee. He looks older than I remember, shoulders hunched, hands wrapped around a chipped mug like it might anchor him. For a long while, neither of us speaks. Finally, he clears his throat. Your mother and I, we didn't realize. Not really. I study him, searching for deflection, but what I see is something unfamiliar, uncertainty, vulnerability. You didn't realize, I repeat, voice steady, because you didn't look. His eyes flicker down. You're right, we leaned on you. Too much. And Adrian, he exhales. We gave him things we should have given equally. We thought we were keeping the peace. My chest aches. There was never peace, just silence, and I lived in it. He nods, slow. What do you want now? The question startles me. Simple, direct, something no one in my family has ever asked. I let the words settle, then answer. I want to be seen. I want respect. I want to cook when I choose to, not because I'm expected to. And I want holidays that don't drain me. He rubs his jaw as if weighing it. I can try. I don't ask for promises. Not anymore. Trying is a start. When we part, there's no hug, just a handshake that lingers a second longer than usual. It's not repair, not yet, but it's a crack in the wall. Months later, Thanksgiving smells of rosemary and garlic in my Orlando condo. My table is mismatched, shells and driftwood from Key West at the center, plates borrowed from friends. Jessica stirs gravy while Theo carves turkey. Aunt Rachel laughs with her daughter over dessert choices. I pour myself a glass of wine and sit before anyone else does. No rushing, no disappearing into the kitchen. Around this table, everyone contributes. Everyone belongs. Halfway through the meal, my phone buzzes. Dad's name. I glance at Rachel, who squeezes my hand. I let it ring, then silence it. Tonight, I don't need to answer. Tonight, I am enough. When we raise our glasses, Rachel says, to traditions that nourish instead of drain us. To chosen family, Jessica adds. I look around, at laughter that includes me, at faces lit by candlelight, at a life I finally chose. And for the first time, the knot in my chest is gone. Love that demands servitude isn't love. Family, real family, is built on respect, not duty. Walking away from patterns that suffocate us isn't betrayal, it's survival. So I'll ask you, if you were at that table, expected only to serve and never to be seen, what would you do? Would you keep carrying the tray, or would you finally put it down and claim your seat? Share your thoughts below. Your story might be the one someone else needs to hear.